Hey folks, welcome back. This little guy made me reconsider all of my viewpoints on EDCing a flashlight. Let's talk about it. This is the RovyVon Angel Eyes E8. And what a beast of a little flashlight this is. I've had the pleasure of carrying this thing for about a year now. So I've had plenty of time to bond with it, plenty of time to learn if it even has any quirks and all the pros and cons. And I will go ahead and, maybe save you some time if you want to click off now. There's no real cons to this flashlight. I love it. One of the big things with this light is it's very well made. Even though this is kind of a plastic, it is very robust. Everything about it feels robust. The buttons, the clip is insanely stout. And just everything about it feels really, really well made. So in terms of dimensions, it's super carryable. Length, if we factor in the little lanyard loop there, we're looking at about 2.7 inches. Width, we're looking at about 1.082, and thickness, we are coming in at about 0.53. So this is a very small light. To put that into perspective, if the measurement jargon doesn't mean much to you, it's about the same size as a 9-volt battery. This little light charges via USB-C on the side here, but as you can see inside here, it also has a little single AAA battery, so it has a backup. If you're like me and sometimes you forget to charge things, this has a nice little backup. And if you just don't have access to charging for whatever case, you can just throw a AAA in here and use this like a normal flashlight. Now, you'll notice that there are two buttons here. The first one controls the front bank of LEDs here, and one single click goes into kind of a moonlight mode, which is very low, and it looks something like this. Here is the moonlight mode with the RovyVon. You can see I'm using it to just light up some notes that I had here. This light is totally functional. You can read by it. You can do basic tasks, tying on tackle, adjusting something on a bow or something like that. The lowest mode on this flashlight is actually very bright. And according to RovyVon, this will give you 62 hours of burn time. You can also just hold the button down, and that's going to throw it into the turbo mode. And then when you release, it goes right back off. So very easy. If you ever need light, you can just hold down that button and it will stay on as long as you keep it held down. And that function looks like this in the dark. Single press basically goes straight into a turbo throw, illuminating this wonderful, lovely rainy night. As long as you hold the button down, that light stays on, and as soon as you release, the light goes off. Now, if we take our top button here and we press it twice, that goes into our selection mode, where we can go from low to medium to the highest mode, and those look like this in the dark. This is the low mode. All right, you can see that throws quite a bit of light. This is the medium mode. That throws plenty of light. And this is the high mode, and that is a pile of light. For such a small flashlight, that gets the job done for sure. Now, according to RovyVon, on the low mode, you're going to get 14 hours of burn time. On the medium mode, you're going to get 2 hours of burn time. And on the high throw, you're going to get anywhere from 3 minutes to 1 hour. Yeah. And then we single click to just go between those modes. Easy breezy. And then hold down the button to turn off. Now, if we do 3 clicks, we're going to go into strobe. And it is a wicked strobe. And this looks like this in the dark. You can see it is a wicked strobe. Now, you'll also notice that we have another button here and another bank of lights. If I press this one time, it turns on our single cool white LED on the side here, and we can toggle between the low and the high on that, and that's going to look like this in the dark. Here is our side light. That is on the low mode. According to RovyVon, this is going to give you 62 hours of burn time. Again, plenty to work by. You can get a lot done with this. And then if we go to the next highest mode, you can see you could easily walk using this or do whatever you need to do. And RovyVon claims that you're going to get 2 hours of straight burn out of this mode. If we do multiple button pushes, we get another mode. In this case, we go into the red light. We can have that stay on, or we can go into kind of an emergency flash, and then we can click it again and kind of go into a little SOS type flash. Great if you're a biker or a walker or in an emergency situation and you just need to get passing motorist attention. That will work splendidly for that. We can hold the button and turn that off. And I'll show you what that looks like in the dark as well. Here is our constant red light. You're going to get about 12 hours on this mode. Doesn't really have specs for the SOS flash, the emergency flash, but you can see how bright those are. Those are definitely going to get the attention of a passing motorist or whatever it may be. Those are very cool modes. If I press this 1, 2, 3 times, that goes into the UV light. Yes, this has a UV light on it. I'll show you that in the dark here in just a minute and use that for whatever. It's just kind of interesting. I guess if you're in a hotel room, you can find maybe things you don't want to see. I don't know, but it's cool to have it. Under the UV light. Yeah, the UV light, there's different stuff you can do with that. You can like find counterfeit bills and stuff. It's just kind of fun. So yeah, I haven't used it really for anything constructive, but it's fun for stuff like this. So all told, with all of the functions, all of the modes, how well it is built, the housing itself, I'll try to show you, also has a little bit of glow in the dark to it. So if you happen to drop this and help you find it, I'll show you that in a dark environment. So you can see there that the housing glows, which is pretty cool. If you happen to drop it, you'll be able to find it. Pretty cool little feature. I've had this in pocket for over a year and you can see it looks great. I mean, I've used this for hunting applications. I have used this for fishing applications. I've used this for just, I need to work on something and figure something out. And once you get in the practice of having something like this that has true functionality to it, man, the cell phone, you know, light and all that nonsense just really becomes obsolete quick. And there's no comparison to something that has functionality like this. And it's also such a small package. The belt clip on this thing is super robust, and you can slide this easily onto the brim of your hat to use this as a little makeshift headlamp. And it works great for walking into the woods, walking into the stand, or if you're night fishing or whatever it may be. It's easier to tote this around than a dedicated headlamp. So this channel's never been geared towards reviews, but I do want to share things that I think will really benefit you, especially in an outdoor sense. A good light source is always going to be valuable if you're into the outdoors. Case closed. Whether you're a hiker, biker, hunter, fisherman, whatever it may be, a good flashlight will go a long ways. And it's great whenever it's one that you just don't mind carrying because it's in such a small package. I can say the build quality on this is fantastic. Everything about it is great. You just need to learn a couple button clicks, but once you get them memorized, it's very easy to use, very versatile. I mean, 2 banks of lights. This side bank, if you're working on something, come on, you can set that thing down, get that light wherever you need it to be. So again, I'm a small channel, very few subscribers. Hopefully that changes. But that being said, RovyVon, they ain't sending me this flashlight. This was bought with my own hard-earned money. Anything I review on here will probably be done that way. Therefore, I'm going to be painfully honest, and I do not hesitate one single bit having spent money on this flashlight. It is the reason that I now EDC a flashlight, which is something I thought I would never do. So if you are in the market for a very, very good light, check out the RovyVon. They have different versions of these with different light options, different model numbers, which come in different prices. I'll link this one below so that you can go straight to this one if you're interested. But either way, RovyVon products seem to be really, really solid. So check them out. I don't think you'll regret it. Thank you all for stopping by. Please like and subscribe. Feel free to comment, reach out on any videos you'd like to see, whatever it may be. We love to hear from you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Take care.